Okay, so, objectively speaking, did not start the year off strong. So basically, I meant to have uploaded way more videos by now, obviously. I meant to have uploaded way more frequently than like once a week, obviously. But the thing about it is, I'm not very good at this. Yes, I've never been a person that likes making excuses for themselves, but I came upon a realization the other day, while I was doing inventory at my job, and I just remember thinking to myself while I was doing it that, man, because I've had to do inventory before at other jobs, I just remember thinking to myself, man, I fucking hate taking inventory. But, I mean, it's whatever. It's part of the job, and this is one of the easier inventories that I've had to do. But that's neither here nor there. That's only tangentially relevant. I remember thinking that to myself, and then I was like, but why? Why do I hate taking inventory? Because objectively, it's such an easy thing to do. It's just counting. You're getting paid to count, which is awesome. Like, if that was an entire job, you just get paid to count stuff, that'd be cool. But, so I started thinking, like, why do I hate inventory? It's super easy. It's just counting. And then it hit me. It's such a tedious task. And then I started reflecting on some things, and I was like, I came to a startling realization that throughout my life, the tasks I've struggled the most with have been tedious tasks. And that's probably a result of my ADHD, which for anybody that doesn't know, I have incredibly severe ADHD. I was diagnosed at a very young age. They put me on Ritalin for a while, so that was super cool. I don't know if Ritalin is widely used anymore, but at least back when I was a kid, they said, hey, you have can't pay attention disease. Why don't you microdose some meth about it? But... So yeah, I have pretty severe ADHD that I do not take medication for. I have learned to manage on my own. Unless apparently a task that I have to do is super tedious. And this, because I've been struggling for a long time thinking, like, why can't I just do this video and upload it, and then that's the thing. And it's because editing can be really fucking tedious, So, and I started thinking about it and realizing that I'm not the best at editing because I don't really like editing. And I don't like editing for the same reason I don't like doing inventory. This was the point. There came a point of it all. It's because it's tedious, and I can visualize in my mind several times when I've been sitting trying to edit a video that should have only taken like maybe an hour max, and it taking like 2.5 to 3 hours, because I just keep getting fucking distracted by everything around me because I don't want to focus on the task I'm doing, because that task is tedious. I have no problem focusing on tasks unless they're tedious, apparently. And that was a realization that I came to the other day. And I felt the need to share that with the world. And the reason I felt the need to share that with the world is to, formally apologize that I'm really bad at making content and uploading content in a consistent and timely manner, and B, to say I think I figured out why that is. So, what I'm going to do about that is I'm going to start maybe not recording half-hour episodes of things. I'm gonna bump it down to like 20 minutes per episode. and see how that does. And what that means is that while I get my footing with that, the beginnings and endings of videos might be kind of weird. Yeah. Did I just accidentally hit the pause button and unpause? I guess I'll find out later when I watch this back, after it's already gone up on the channel, of course. But yeah, so I'm going to be testing with shortening the videos that I make by 10 minutes. So a lot of videos are anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to shorten that to between 15 to 20. To see, I'm going to shoot for 20, maybe 20 to 25-ish on the high end. But I'm going to see how that does as far as having to edit things and if that increases my editing productivity. So bear with me while I take my first tentative steps into this scary new world of trying to manage my inconsistencies with the content. The other thing that I'm gonna try doing, that I've been sort of working on, and it's been hit and miss, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to jump into the deep end, so to speak, and just be like, hey, here's a thing that you can expect. But I am going to go ahead and do it because it is more than likely a thing that you can expect, but it's, like I said, right now it's hit and miss. So if the shortening of videos works out and I'm able to edit them in a more timely fashion and not get distracted as much, then that means I can upload probably more than 3 videos a week, which is ideal. And one of the reasons that's ideal is because way back, once upon a time, the upload schedule was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, regular episodes, whatever series we were doing. Tuesdays, a long runner, which, if you haven't watched the trailer for this channel, a long runner is just a series, a game that has no real end, could theoretically be played indefinitely. So in Tuesday we would upload one of those, and then on Thursdays it would be Admit One, which is a series we do on the channel where we play video games based off of movies. Now, the thing about those two is those two things, Admit One and Long Runners, ended up being very few and far between because I typically didn't record those unless I was with either James or Josh or my cousin Jane. And that's because a lot of the games that would be played for those series, I wasn't confident enough in myself to keep them entertaining without having someone to back me up. Due to the circumstances of life, being able to record with any of those 3 people has just been getting more and more difficult each year. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. That's just how life happens sometimes. So I've been testing my ability to record some of these things, some of these video games based on movies, some of these long runners, and keep them entertaining. So I'm going to try and do more of that. But bear with me on that as well if the videos suck, because I'm not the funniest person on the planet. And a lot of the strengths of my comedy a lot of the time is being able to yes and my co-hosts a lot of the time, or at least set them up for a bit. that they can then yes and follow through. I'm strongest when I'm with somebody else, and I've been trying to work on that and be more entertaining, because that's kind of the crux of this whole thing, right? Is you want to be entertaining, but. And that's kind of why I focus on horror games. I think that's why a lot of people focus on horror games, because when things happen in horror games, in a horror game, you keep moving forward and stuff is constantly happening, right? That's the general gist of horror games. So when you do that, sometimes it's easy to be entertaining, because the entertaining things will just come to you. Those entertaining things being jump scares or being chased by monsters or whatever. But if I'm playing something like, for example, I think the last long runner I couldn't, or not long runner, admit one that I couldn't remember us doing was Open Season. If I'm playing something like Open Season, I don't feel like if I had played that game by myself, it would have been near as entertaining near as entertaining as I think it is, having Jane and Josh there. The same with Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase for the Game Boy Advance with me and James. And more examples, the Call of Duty multiplayer long runner, the Halo multiplayer long runner, 7 Days to Die. I don't think those would be as entertaining if it was just me. And that's the long and the short of that. Wow, this is fucking rambly. That's the ADHD. I hit the fucking pause button again. That's the ADHD. That's one of the other things that I don't have under control with my ADHD, is I can't make a video like this and make it succinct. I've never been able to do that. Ever. Not a single time. In like the 13 years or so that I've been uploading crap to this platform, I have never, ever once been able to make a video like this, an update video, a vlog, whatever you want to call it, and just make it fucking succinct, say the things I need to say, and then move on in a timely fashion. Every time I do one of these, I'm like, this is going to take 5 minutes. And here we are at 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Jesus fucking Christ. So, basically, the crux of this video is the reason that I am so inconsistent with uploads is because I've realized recently something about myself and my ADHD, and that one of the detriments of my ADHD is that I cannot stand tedious tasks, and having to do tedious tasks takes forever for me because I get super distracted. Because I just hate tedious tasks, and editing is a tedious task. So when I try to edit a video, I get super fucking distracted, and it takes twice as long as it should to edit a single video. So to try and combat that, I'm going to shorten the length of the videos on this channel from half an hour to probably around 20 minutes. I'm also going to attempt to do more content by myself that I have not traditionally done by myself in the past, so that may or may not suck, because I may or may not be that entertaining. Okay? Alright, cool. Why couldn't I have just done that to start with? Anyways, that's it. That's the end of this one before I go on too much longer about a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter. So that's everything that's going to be going on moving forward. So, yep, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I have nothing else. I'm gonna end this now. I'm gonna awkwardly end this now. Thanks everyone. Bye. You guys are great. I hope you're having a good day. You look fantastic. Thank you.